Hey dude. Yeah, dude. Were you ever a beginner?
Of course I was.
Well, we're all beginners at some point. Yeah, that makes sense. What kind of things did you do as a beginner? I mean, what'd you spend your time doing?
Well, I spent countless hours seasoning, re-seasoning, letting it cool down, doing it again, repeating the process 3 times over, then doing it again, then doing it with the next pan. Yeah, I spent a lot of time watching YouTube videos that instructed you to season it at least 17 times. And, well, I would season my pans 185 times. But,
yeah, it's really not that hard, is it? The purpose of this video is more geared towards the beginner or the less experienced cast iron user, and we're going to bust some long-standing myths about cast iron that potentially scares people away from it. I'm also going to be testing out some of the suggestions you gave in the comments of my videos. So you just brought home your first cast iron skillet. You're looking at it, it's this big solid single piece of heavy metal. What do you do with it? I want to wash it, but they say don't use soap on it, and I just don't. How am I going to clean it? I don't know where to start. What kind of soap do I use? What kind of oil do I use? This is scary. There's nothing scary about cast iron. It's easy to cook with, it's easy to maintain, it's easy to care for, and the best thing about it is it's going to last your entire life. So I picked up this Lodge Chef's Collection skillet for pretty cheap. I think it was like 27 bucks. It will do the exact same thing as your expensive pan. Why spend $100 when you could spend $27? This $27 pan is made of cast iron. Your $100 pan is also made out of cast iron. What's the diff, other than around 80 bucks? But let's get serious now. Let's pull this label off and take a look at our surface. It's a beautiful satin surface. We're going to check and see if there's any high spots or anything that might need to be knocked down a little bit that might stop your spatula or something. So what I do is just scrape along there. Nothing catches. It's all very smooth, and yes, I'm scraping my cast iron pan with a metal spatula. Another myth busted. New Lodge pans come pre-seasoned. In other words, it's just got one coat of oil sprayed on there and it's baked on there, polymerized to stop rust. We're going to bust the first myth, don't use soap on cast iron. That's an age-old myth. Back in the day when they used to put lye in soap, it's the lye that would ruin the seasoning on your cast iron. But lye is not in most soaps today. So wash your new skillet with soap. Give it a good scrub. Darn. I want to test out some comments left by some viewers on previous videos about buying your cast iron, bring it home, wash it, and just start using it. And I think that's fairly good advice. It's certainly the simplest. Now, a lot of these commenters say that the secret to non-stick is the pan's temperature. If you get the pan to the right temperature, the egg won't stick. Let's test that out before I add any seasoning to this brand new pan. Alright, we have got our pan averaging around 350, 375. So let's throw some butter in the pan and see if the egg sticks. Let that heat come back up. Let's make sure that pan is good and hot. Yeah, we're 350, 400. We're going to turn the heat down just a little so we don't burn the pan. Let's throw our egg in there and see if it sticks. Nice hot pan. Cast iron pan, fresh out of the box. No seasoning added. We're cooking an egg and it looks like it's not sticking at all. We'll let it sit there for just a moment. Let it cook. Let's give it a swirl. It's doing pretty good. Look at that. I did not add a single layer of seasoning, and the egg just slides around. Folks, I just proved myself wrong in one of my first videos. You really don't need to do anything to a cast iron pan. Start cooking in it. It's about temperature. Get your pan up to the right temperature, you're ready to go. Now we all know that cast iron isn't for cooking everything on your menu. But cast iron is excellent. In fact, it's the preferred method for searing steaks. Number one, we all learn and grow, and that's one of the reasons I took a year off of this channel, was to gain some more experience in cast iron, cooking with it, using it as normal. And I came back to prove myself wrong, and I did. I followed your suggestions. It is true, you get the cast iron up to the proper temperature, your eggs aren't going to stick. Just buy your Lodge pan, wash it, cook with it, and clean it, just like you do with all your other cookware. But this is going to last you for the rest of your life. You won't have to buy another pan again. I was going to show you how to add coats of seasoning to your new cast iron, but it's just not necessary. It'd be a complete waste of my time and yours. Let's take a quick look at the difference between the Lodge 10-inch Chef Collection, which is the pan on top, and the standard 10-inch counterpart below. We can see that the handle is about a ½ inch longer, and it's shaped more ergonomically, a little bit easier to grip. And let's separate the two. And now we can see that the standard Lodge 10-inch pan has deeper sides. And looking at the cooking surface of the two pans, we can see that the standard Lodge 10-inch skillet has deeper sides, a sharper angle, and so that gives you a little bit more flat cooking surface on the standard, whereas the Chef Collection gives you more rounded, spatula-friendly access to your cooking surface, as well as for chefs that like to do the flipping. That's gonna you're gonna do your mixing and flipping by hand a lot easier with this pan than this pan. And so and certainly the handle is way easier to deal with that with the weight of this pan, and it's more balanced, which makes it, I guess, a Chef Collection. What the insert on the Chef's Collection pan says is, why Chef Collection? For 125 years, our cookware has been a staple in kitchens around the world. This skillet is thoughtfully designed with ergonomic handles, spatula-friendly sidewalls, and generous pour spouts to help you experiment in the kitchen like a pro. Crafted in America with iron and oil, the naturally seasoned cooking surface can be trusted to belong in your kitchen for years to come. And so we can see there's actually a big difference between the two. I'm falling in love with this one. I haven't used it yet, but I just love the way it feels, the balance of it, and it's really going to kick up my cast iron cooking game, that's for sure. But I'll always love my standard cast iron skillets, man. This one was untouched. I did not smooth this one out. I just started using it out of the box. I believe I put a few coats of extra seasoning on it, and that's all. And today, been using it for about 2 years. Today, the surface is absolutely smooth, and I did not sand it out or anything, which goes to support many of the comments that say as such. So to the beginners, basically, cast iron is everything it's cracked up to be. $27 will get you your first really nice chef's collection. I mean, this thing's got great balance, and you can, it's workable. You can do your flipping. Because of that different shaped handle, I've got way more control of this pan, which is why it's the chef collection. My current take on things is there's nothing wrong with Griswold, there's nothing wrong with Wagner, there's nothing wrong with any of the other brands, Stargazer. They're all fine, they're all wonderful, and that's great. But Lodge will do exactly the same thing as all the other great pans, for a lot less. So, I mean, if you don't have a whole lot of money to spend on cast iron, I'd say Lodge is your best bet. You're going to get a pan that lasts a lifetime, and you're going to absolutely love it. Especially this chef's collection, I absolutely love it. It's so I can't stop handling it. It's just woo, woo. Dude, look at that. You can flip anything. You can flip pancakes. You can flip it. I hope I've dispelled some fears about cast iron, and you'll reconsider and give it a try. What do you got to lose? 27 bucks? You won't lose the 27 bucks. I think you're going to be converted. You'll see how easy it is to use. If you like the video, please like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.